Well, the Clutch Trucker truck passes the 1 million mile mark. Yeah, I got a couple of Ass-Wagons to show you and more on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and fuzzy studio audience. Yep, that's Rusty, the world-famous Meatball Dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, today is Saturday the 14th. Wasn't that a really bad movie back in the 80s? Yeah, because I remember they had all the Friday the 13th, and so they made this really terrible movie called Saturday the 14th. It was just... I think I went to see it. It was awful. Anyway, so yeah, Saturday the 14th, here I am in Matthews, Missouri. I'm parked at the Speedway, actually. Usually I would park at the TA, but the wind's blowing from the west, and all the spots that I liked over there, they were blowing that way, and the internet was terrible, so I came over here. So maybe I could actually put up this video tonight. What do you think? Alright, when we last spoke, I was parked, that was, what was that, Tuesday night in Armadillo, Texas. I know it's Amarillo, I just like calling it Armadillo. Anyway, I delivered Wednesday afternoon in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Grand Prairie, Texas. That unload actually went fairly well. What was kind of funny is when I checked in, I had a 5 p.m. appointment. And I got there at like 4:05, and I go check into the guard check, and the guy says, "Yeah, you realize you got a 5 p.m. appointment?" And I was like, "Yeah." "Well, you're early." "Yeah." "Isn't that better than late?" "Well, you can't check in until 1:45 your appointment time." "Really?" So I had to go park off on the side. But anyway, he took all my information, so then all I had to do was slide back in afterwards. They were pretty good about unloading me, and at the time I was trying to book another load. And I thought I had one through Ryan, and then they wouldn't pay enough, blah, blah, blah. Because I had already booked, actually, another one going from DLS. They're the ones who dedicated logistics services, who I always did the serial loads for, from Northfield, Minnesota, down to back to Cheyenne. And they had one picking up in Houston, well, Houston area, Pasadena, Texas, going to... Osion, O-S-S-I-O-N, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'm sure, put it in the comments. Indiana, just south of Fort Wayne. Some auto parts. Fairly light load, so I went ahead and booked that one, so then I had to fill that hole. And as I had said in the last video, I had to go get parked at the Dallas, South Dallas TA. So that night I kept looking for loads, because that Ryan one fell through. And I finally booked one on, was it Coyote or was it TQL? TQL on their website. That picked up the next day at like 1 p.m. and then delivered Friday morning at 4 a.m. at a Kroger down in Houston. Little Clutch Trucker warning for you. Warning, warning, warning! Yeah, you ever book a load going to that Kroger distribution center? It's right near downtown Houston. Very tight docks, very tight space, not really enough room to maneuver in, to get in. Luckily, the docks they gave me, the dock number they gave me, 123, no trucks on either side. I was able to get into it fairly easily. Then as I'm about to run into my paperwork over to the lumper to check in, another truck's trying to pull in next to me, and he got out, came up to my window. "Can you help me, please?" I'm like, "Okay, fine." I don't want him hitting my truck. So I had to stand there for 10-15 minutes trying to help him back into the door next to me. Then I went over and turned in my paperwork. Luckily, they didn't put a truck on the other side of me, or I would not have been able to get out of there. That's how tight the docks were, and they have trailers parked across from you, and so you don't have enough room to pull forward and swing out. Luckily, they didn't have one next to me, but to get out, I still had to go forward, back up, and keep moving my trailer back to the right to make it around and not hit anybody getting out of there. So, warning, if you're going to that Kroger near downtown Houston, it's tight, baby. Yeah, so that one was through TQL, and so that got me at least down to the right area. Then I had to go park over at the Loves near Pasadena to kill a couple hours. I had to do a split to make that one work, and then went and picked up my load of auto parts, and I'm on my way up to Indiana with those. So here we are now, Saturday night. I only made it up to like Corrigan, I think is what it is, Texas, yesterday afternoon. Because now remember, I did a split. I didn't get much sleep that night during that split. Then I was at the dock, and then I had to go pick up, and blah, blah, blah. So I'd hardly had any sleep. So Elliot went on Trucker Path, and he said, I like Whataburger. And he said, there's a Whataburger at this truck stop in Corrigan, Texas, just south of Lufkin there. So I stopped there, and I got that chili cheeseburger from Whataburger. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, it'll bring tears to your eyes. Yeah, so that was early Friday morning. I delivered at the Kroger. Picked up the auto parts, made it up to Corrigan, and parked there, and then went in and got that Whataburger. That'll put you in a coma, and it did for me. 2 patties, chili mounted on there with Fritos. Oh, it's a beautiful thing, baby. So I had to go to sleep after that. And like I say, I hadn't had much sleep. So I got up, just after midnight, took Rusty out, got everything all together, and started driving then early, then Saturday morning. And made it up here to Matthews, Missouri. I've got about another 6.5 hours, I think, to make it up towards where I'll be delivering for Monday morning. So I'll do that tomorrow. So I got parked nice and early today, so I got to take a nice long break tonight. Now, the big news. Yep, as I was, I had fueled up this morning. Wait to see, what was my mileage when I filled up? I stopped in Carthage, Missouri, at the new TA Express there. I was at 999,846 miles, so I was going to be pretty close. Oh no, Carthage, 999,945, I'm sorry. So I was only 55 miles before I hit 1,000,000 miles on this truck. I was kind of curious to see how the odometer would do it, whether it was just going to go to all zeros, or whether it would show 1,000,000. Well, what it did is it ended up showing the 1,000,000, but then took away my tenths of a mile. Let's look. All right, there it is, 999,999.8 miles, 0.9 miles, and 1,000,000! So basically moved everything over one, but took away my tenths of a mile, which I thought was a little irritating. Because I'm still old school. I still write down state lines and miles wherever I, fuel up and park and blah, blah, blah. And to not have the tenths of a mile on there is a little irritating to me. I guess I'm going to have to get used to that. What do you think? So how about that? This Freightliner Coronado glider kit. And if you don't know what a glider means, that means it has to have 3 main components that were remanufactured or rebuilt. So when I bought it in 2016 for $125,000, it came with a rebuilt 1999 Detroit Series 60 12.7 liter engine. Does not require DEF, does not have any of the after treatment crap on it, which means it doesn't have all those sensors, and not those DEF nozzles and the DEF heaters and all that crap that shuts you down a lot on these newer trucks. That's the reason I bought this truck. And it had a rebuilt transmission and a rebuilt rear end, I think, for the drive axle. So those were the 3 that qualified it for a glider truck. You can hardly get these anymore. The year after I bought this one, the value shot up because FMCSA changed the rule and said if you've got an engine that's 1999 or older, you don't have to run the e-logs. So I didn't have to run e-logs for a long time. I do now simply for the ease of not having to write down the trip reports all the time for if you're recording. It's much easier to do with an e-log. So anyway, so that's my truck. So I've had it since 2016. I got it in the summer of 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That makes it coming up on 8 years old. 7 years old, yeah. And like I say, the engine's from 1999. It's probably going to have to be rebuilt soon. But I like, if you follow my videos, I looked into maybe buying a newer truck, and the numbers just didn't add up. It made more sense to rebuild the engine on this one than buying a newer truck with maybe somebody else's problems that you have no idea. I know the entire history of this truck, plus with the whole clutch trucker remodel, with my nice loft bed upstairs. You can see that closet behind me right there. The clutch trucker couch, the fridge, the freezer, the sink, and of course the piece de resistance, the toilet, the RV style cassette toilet. You can't go wrong, baby. So yeah, as we sit right now, 1,429 miles on this truck as of today, Saturday, October 14th, 2023. Okay, got a couple of Ass-Wagons to show you, just a couple. First one, just this box truck, Ryder box truck, started to move over into the lane, almost into this car right in front of me. All right, here you see me coming along there, and look at that Ryder box truck right there. Puts the signal on. Whoops! Oh, there's a car there. I almost crashed. And now the clutch trucker zoom and slow-mo. Yeah, here's my perspective in the cab. You can see he starts to move over, and whoops! Almost hits him, not to mention me coming up behind him. And then the next ass clown is the kind of crap we see all the time. Going down the freeway, we're going high speeds here, 65, 70 miles an hour, whatever it is. And this van, full of people, mind you, squeezes right in front of me. Oh, I can fit, I can fit. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's safe, jackwagon. All right, look at the van in front of me. When they passed me, I saw it was full of passengers. I have a safe distance almost right there, and he's going to take that away from me. And what else? Oh, he's going to slow down. Look at my hood ornament right there, right on his butt. Zoom in slow-mo time. Yep, slides on over. Yep, there's my perspective. Oh, no, I don't care about you. It's all about me. All right, so I deliver in Ocean, just south of Fort Wayne on Monday. I can start as early as 7 a.m. and I don't have anything else booked yet. We did hear finally from HBRN that the Lignite's going to be picking up in New Mexico now, going back to Wisconsin. And can we do one for, they put up for the 18th or the 20th? Problem is, they didn't give us any information like exactly the town it picks up and how much it's going to pay. If it's not going to pay enough, it's not going to be worth it, especially now having to go down to New Mexico, because I can't make the serial work with that. So now that we're on the weekend, of course, I have gotten no other information. I tried calling people, got nothing back. So I started looking into other loads. I bid on a Coyote one, and they're not responding. So as of now, after I deliver on Monday, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. Yeah, just a quick one, but yeah, had to celebrate the 1,000,000-mile mark for the old truck here, baby. Yeah, how about that, huh? 1,000,000 miles, baby. Yes, thank you. All right, thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment. Get your comments as soon as I can. Sometimes takes a few days because I'm a working truck driver. Clutch Trucker on Instagram. Clutch Trucker on X. We used to be Twitter, where I always put Rusty pics and stuff. Also, Clutch Trucker 5 on TikTok. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. So, you got a game going on somewhere, pal? Oh, Buck! Yeah, I do. Well, you're not going to get any strikes now sitting there, are you? Come on, get out of here. Okay, ready for the bacon strips? I'm reaching for the bag. And there's the bag. Here it is. Oh, yeah. We'll crack it open. We'll get one for you. All right. Oh, happy dog. Look at him. Oh, happy dog. Okay. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. There it is. Oh, yes. Always has to eat it over his pet bed. The wonderful Junior sent us a long time ago. This is the upgraded extra luxury pet bed. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, yeah. Rusty all over that baby. Here. Come on.